So that's a little bit on the kind of the science and technology of observing. So let's just take a look at a little bit of what it takes as an observer. It's tough. It can be tough. It can be really fun. It can be relaxing, but at other times it can be really, really challenging. It's physically and mentally challenging. You may be going long hours without sleep. You may be in really rough conditions. No two swims are the same. One day it might be 80 degrees out, and you're on Lake Tahoe, and it's beautiful. And, you're wishing you could get in the water and your shirt's off. The next day it might be, even in Lake Tahoe, it might be, I think for Catherine's brief swim, it was hailing just hours before we got in, and we got down into freezing temperatures overnight. And we had every layer of clothing on. We're freezing, and she's out there swimming. So you could be 35 plus hours on a boat in the Farallon Channel, freezing your ass off, or in Monterey Bay. We've been in every condition you can.
Gosh, you're making this sound so enticing.
Yes, wait to do. It's challenging, but it's rewarding, right? But some days are just amazingly beautiful too.
Okay.
Even the tough days are really pretty. So, but just be aware of that. Seasickness, things like that can happen. So, the takeaway here is don't become a liability. Be prepared. Right? Kind of know what your level of seasickness is. If you need to take seasickness medicine, know what works for you in advance. What knocks you out, what doesn't. Take it early. Show up early and rested. So, if you know you're getting on a boat at 10 p.m., the swim's starting at 10 p.m., and you're thinking, we're probably going to be done tomorrow at 11. Don't plan to go wine tasting at 11:30. You're there. You're making a commitment that you're going to be there until the swim is done. You're in it for the long haul. You're there for the swimmer 100%. So some swims go a lot longer than expected. Actually, most of them go a little longer than expected. Some go much longer than expected. And don't plan any hot dates the next day. Stay warm and dry. Obviously, bring the right clothes for the swim that you're observing. Bring your own snacks and water. You'll have crew. You'll talk to the swimmer. Oh, you don't need to bring anything. My crew chief is bringing food. Right? You show up and it's Doritos and like a 2-liter bottle of root beer or something. So just be prepared, bring some water, bring some essential snacks, maybe some nuts, whatever you need. If you're gluten-free or something, bring your own food. So, and then there are some swims down in Southern California that are fully catered. They have a chef and they're making burritos and all that type of stuff. Just make sure that your needs are taken care of. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't do your jobs as an observer. So you need to take care of yourself, and so that you can do your job. Sleep when you can. So that's what Susie was saying. You've got 2 observers, and it's a long swim where you need 2 observers. When you're off duty, and you've been up all night, your job is to get some sleep. Don't try to be a crazy person that stays up all night. And I know I've done that, and but sometimes it takes people making you go, saying, "Go sleep," and then maybe go sleep for 20 minutes. Whatever. Just take a quick nap, whatever it takes. But take care of yourself. That's the main point. So you're on a swim. What does the start of the swim look like typically? You want to make sure that at all times, as the observer, that the captain knows before anyone goes on or off that boat. If they're going to approach the boat to return the boat, you want to make sure the captain's aware of that. The captain has the boat neutral and so forth. If a swimmer, a pace swimmer, paddler, somebody's going off that boat, you're working with the captain. You'll define what that communication plan is for doing that prior to leaving the docks. At the start of the swim, you want to make sure that paddlers are in position and ready before the start. I've seen swimmers just jump in, and swim to the start. They're like, "I'm ready," and now they're waiting. And they're getting cold, and the paddlers are trying to figure out life vests. And, "Oh wait, we forgot to put glow sticks on the kayak." All those things should be worked out. Preferably, get the kayaks lit before you leave the docks. You don't have to crack the lights, but just get everything ready to go. Get everything, all the support stuff started, and then the swimmer goes in the water. So there are a lot of things you can do to eliminate any anxiety or stress in the swim.
And Scott,
yeah.
So just so it doesn't, it's not your responsibility to do that, but as an observer, just take an eye, you know? Just know, okay, we got 2 hours to get to the start, and they've got nothing ready. Contact the crew chief and say, hey, you guys should get on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. So going back to remembering your primary responsibility as an observer, that there's a lot you can still do to sort of guide and influence how things are going on the swim to help increase the chances of success and help it be safe. Okay.
I just want to add for that top one, let the captain know before someone, I would say actually intends to exit or approach the boat.
Right.
And don't let them until the captain has put the boat in neutral and confirmed that.
Yeah, that's good. So it's not like, hey, captain, somebody just throw it off the boat. Right? So-and-so wants to get in, they will let you know if they can or can't get in. Okay. Visibility of the start. You need to be able to actually see the start. So you're the official timer. You need to be able to see when they get in and out of the water, kind of when their feet enter the water. And, or if it's at a cap or something when they're tagging the cliff or releasing the cliff. A lot of boats will have spotlights on them. I think most of the boats I've ever been on, the captains have big floodlights that you put on the swimmer. That helps. Even in the daylight, sometimes the boats are big and they can't get all the way in where the start is. So you're quite a ways off. It helps to have binoculars. Most boats have a set of binoculars on them. You may need to get in the dinghy right out there to get a good look at it. And worst case scenario, we've accepted in Monterey Bay, we can't see the start clearly. We'll have somebody on the beach, on the ground crew, or the kayaker who's going with the swimmer, radio exactly when their feet hit the water. So clear? Right. If you're using a smart tracker, well, you obviously want to note the exact time of the start, hours, minutes, seconds. You might be at have all your document stuff in like the back of the boat or somewhere in the stern of the boat, but you have to go around the rail to the front of the boat to see the start. And you've got your watch, and it's like, okay, everybody's all excited, and they go, okay, they started, yeah, it started. And you've got the time, and then you walk to the back of the boat, and you forgot what time it is. I mean, you're like, wait, was it 15 seconds? So I always just bring like a Sharpie or something, and I'll write it on my arm. I just write it on my hand or write it on my arm. Otherwise, your time's 10, 15, 20, 30, 15. But you'd be surprised, the excitement and all this stuff. Yeah, so it's good just to write it down.
And at the end as well.
Yeah, or or have a notepad or something with you when you're writing it down. Tell somebody else. You've got to just make sure you don't forget that. And at the end, it's the same thing. If you're using spot trackers or some other type of tracker, it's a good idea to start it like 5 or 10 minutes. Usually 10 minutes we say before the spot trackers take 10 minutes before they do the first ping. So we usually start about 10 minutes before. And then note the location of the start, like I was mentioning. If you can get the GPS coordinates from the captain. If not, write down a physical description. They start at 100 yards east of the jetty on so-and-so beach, right in front of the Crow's Inn restaurant. For Monterey, Tahoe, the starts and the finishes are pretty consistent for locations, so we have GPS coordinates for those specific starts, so we don't have to vary. So, swim's underway, now you're spotting the swimmer. Swimmer position, they should be close enough to the boat that you could have a conversation with your paddler without needing to use a radio. That doesn't mean the kayaker may still have a radio for safety purposes, but you want to be able to have a conversation with them. If they're way, heck off, they're too far away. I mean, sometimes it just happens that at different times of the swim, the boat might get, need to turn around or do something and you're away from the swimmer. That's not, don't freak out, but try to consistently keep the swimmer within conversation range with their paddler. If there is no paddler, then it's even more important that the swimmer never leaves the side of the boat. Some people say 20 feet, some people say 30 feet, but it's generally conversational distance. You guys anything to add to that in terms of spacing? You always have your eyes and your ears on the swimmer. So, as an observer, you're never taking your eyes off the swimmer at all. But we also like to say you have your ears on the swimmer. So at night, when you can't really see, you see a light in the water, you can listen to their stroke count. So you hear their hands slapping the water. So if you get a stroke count, you can hear tap, 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 tap. You'll get that stroke count. If they're too far away, you hear the stroke count. At night, they're probably too far away. So that means, you're not, as an observer, you're not like, I can see them, but I'm listening to my favorite band on my headphones, or I'm listening to a book on tape or something. That's really, really bad. Don't do that. You're there for the swimmer, so listen to the music on the way. Observing at night, obviously, you want to have people close proximity. We always require at night people have 2 lights because lights fail. Some captains won't even let you use lights. They want you to use glow sticks because lights fail. But the lights are pretty reliable, especially if you have 2. Whether you have those lights on blinky mode or static mode is generally up to the captain. But I prefer them in static mode because when they're in blinky mode, it looks like they disappear sometimes. They go behind a wave. So static lights for me are easier to see. So you just always need to be able to see something. We talked about chairs. Make sure your chair is high enough to see over the railing. If you have to leave your post, there are times when you have to go get something out of your bag or go to the bathroom, and you're either the sole observer or the secondary observers. It's their time to sleep. Just have somebody spot for you. So somebody on the crew, or maybe the swimmer's crew chief, ask them, can you spot a pound for me? I need to run to the bathroom. Get confirmation that they're going to do it. And they can't take their eyes, so you got to keep your eyes on them until I come back. Make it quick. Go do whatever you need to do and come back. But it's your responsibility to make sure there's always a set of eyes on the swimmer at all times, from the time they are in the water to the time they're safely back. Paddlers. So if the swim is including paddlers, it's a good idea to go over how the transitions are going to work before you leave the dock. So you get the crew together, you find out who the paddlers are, what their level of experience is, you work it out with the captain, what's the method for getting their kayaks on and off the boat. There are a lot of things just to be aware of. If you're using a single paddler, a lot of swims will have one kayak, and maybe multiple paddlers who are taking turns paddling, but they have one kayak. When you go to a kayak transition, there's a point where the boat has to stop and be in neutral, but the swimmers can keep on swimming. So you need to work with the captain to make sure you have smooth, quick paddler exchanges that don't leave the swimmer exposed out in the ocean, especially at night by themselves. So the captain will know how to do this, but they'll generally position the swimmer a little bit after the boat and throw it into neutral. The kayaker peels off, they do a quick exchange, and by the time the exchange is complete, the swimmer is just at the bow of the boat, and so they're never really left alone. But it takes everybody working together to make that happen.
We usually just have the kayaker paddle ahead. I'll go on the boat, have the paddler just go real fast ahead. I'm going to do that, hopefully real fast. And the swimmer's just swimming in season.
So they're catching up to you.
Yeah, hopefully. It's hard to dark.
Yeah, in the dark.
You move fast.
You don't want to lose the swimmer. The odds have to go to sea. So, paddlers in the water. Your job is to observe the swimmer, but if you've got a paddler in the water, you're keeping an eye on them too. And they have to be well lit at night. We require all our paddlers to be wearing PFDs, to have a bow line on the boat or on the kayak, and to carry a radio. Not that we're communicating by radio, but they have it in case they get separated or in case of an emergency. Sometimes paddler position. We like to have the paddler outside, so if you're using a boat and paddler, you put the swimmer in the swim lane right up the middle. If the swimmer is accidentally banging into the kayak, if you're like me, you don't swim straight. And so, especially at night, in choppy conditions, you may bump into a kayak. If that's happening frequently, it's not grounds for disqualification, an accidental non-supportive bump. But if it's happening frequently, your kayak's probably too close. They need to give you more room. So you can see things like that. Tell them. Give them a little more.
Hey Scott, I would kind of turn that around just a little bit. You're saying tell the kayaker to give him more room. I'd see it more like this. The kayaker's job is to hold the line and some swimmers keep bumping into the kayak. I lay that on the swimmer because I've had kayakers not know that their duty station is to create the line, and if the swimmer swims off this way, they have lost part of their duty station. So I would say it differently.
I guess that's a good point. Where what I said would apply would be if you're creating too narrow of a lane between the kayaker and the boat. Maybe you want to get in a wider lane. Or if you're using two paddlers, some people will use two paddlers. You know, they've really crowded the paddler because they're overprotected. That's a case where they might spread out. Otherwise, if you've got the right width of lane, and the swimmer's constantly veering right and banging into the kayaks, that's up to the swimmer, right?
Okay, agreed. See this how the swimmer can see the kayak, just a little piece of it? I like it like that. And some
see the shore.
swimmers like it right in front. I don't like it. I like to be able to at least see. That's getting to where it might be getting a little too forward.
No,
This one was
see that?
fine.
That's perfect.
This one is better.
personal. That's not,
But
It's
it's perfect,
personal.
you have to
It's personal.
dial that into the swimmer.
Yeah.
Some swimmers just have an eye up there. And they can see that. I can't do that. I can see over here.
You have to reach.
But you have to constantly, the swimmer has to know, they have to constantly look for their kayak. If they're going off there and they don't see the kayak, they need to go find the kayak.
Hopefully they practice together, and it's really personal, like I think Susie just said. I mean, I like mine right in line, my eyesight, my line, but it really depends on the swimmer. And then pace and buddy swimmers again, entering only when you allow them to enter. Pace swimmers should never be in front of the swimmer. There's the risk of drafting accidentally, so they should be to the side and behind the swimmer. So this would be a good position for a pace swimmer. We don't allow them at night. It's really good to swim. Again, you can decide that it's too dangerous for the pace swimmer to go in. Now, the swimmer, the duration is going to vary by duration, so we covered that. Communication. So it's good to identify. We talked about crew chief. Crew chief is somebody on the crew who's kind of responsible for the swimmer. They're the primary, the head of the crew, the swimmer. And it's good to communicate critical decisions through the crew chief. So if you see something that you're concerned about, you're keeping a log. You have all this data in the log that shows maybe you drop stroke rate, what you're concerned about. You can sit down with the crew chief and say, "Hey, here's what I'm seeing. This is what's going on. Is this normal for your swimmer? Like, do they normally have a screwed up left arm? Do they normally do their legs sink when they swim?" They're going to help you kind of assess that. And but a good way to communicate is through kind of that one voice. I know on Christine Buckley's Catalina swim, I know Sylvia came to me and said, "You go through me to talk to her." And so she didn't want me just having, I have the right to pull her over and have her talk to me to make sure she's not hypothermic or something like that. But if it's just, if there's non-emergency kind of information that I want to get or convey to her, a lot of times it's good to have them go through someone that the swimmer trusts that's on the crew of the crew chief. Use your log and data and kind of observations. Use your evidence to support decisions that you're making or advice that you're making. And you can, depending on the experience of the crew, you kind of coach them or be more hands-on or more hands-off. Again, it's not your primary responsibility as an observer, but you can use your experience and your training to really influence the safety and the chances of success for the swim. Generally, try not to ask swimmers, "How are you feeling?" You get experienced crew say things like that time. How are you feeling?
Are you cold?
Are you
only 2 miles.
Does your shoulder hurt? So, there's just like subtle things that, as a swimmer or crew or observer, you can help kind of coach them on how to be, help support the swimmer in the most positive way. Again, rally the troops. It gets late, people get tired, and all of a sudden you realize the swimmer's been swimming for 15 or more hours and they need some encouragement. And everybody's kind of laying around, like staring at the phone, sleeping.
I'm going to say something on the opposite. I had the best crew when I had an MCAP because when I got to Gina, they were literally singing. Like, you know, you got to Gina. There's the island. I mean, they were just like dancing and singing, and like that. Looking up at that, I cried. It was amazing. So things like that just make the swim amazing. So even my crew chief who turned green was dancing, and even like my observer was dancing too. She was also videotaping.
Well, if you see that happening, you can raise the energy.
Yeah.
You can go to the crew and say, "Hey, so and so needs some encouragement. Get out there, yell at them, talk to them. You know, somebody made a megaphone out of an old water bottle. Really yell and get them out."
But that speaks to the point is beforehand, you need to also, I think, go over hand signals so that you don't have to default to that. Basic stuff. So that's awesome, but you shouldn't have to default to that.
Well, this was yelling, "Good job, keep
That's
going,"
fine.
all that kind of stuff.
That's
yeah.
right.
But yeah, having hand signals is a really good point because a lot of times, especially with your paddlers, there are things that you're trying to talk to them in the boat, motor of the boat, things like that. You get in the way. So if you have like hand signals for needing to get back or closer or farther. Yeah.
So these long swims and everybody's tired. Sometimes there's a tendency to bring out like the worst parts of everyone's personality. So it's really good to just smile and try to keep good humor. I get really serious about it. But just, you want to be friends with these people at the end, and once everybody sleeps and don't want to regret something you said and you're grumpy or whatever, just smile, keep it flashy.
Right. That's a really good point. When you're talking about things that might be sensitive or you're concerned about the swimmer, try to be as diplomatic as possible. You should really be the voice of reason, the voice of calm, because other people's tempers might get flared. You should be the person who they look to and say, "Oh, they're calm, so maybe we should be calm." This is a good thing to do. So the finish, right? As you're going across the channel or wherever you're swimming, there are times when the captain might say, "We can't land there, and we need to land somewhere else." So sometimes you guys may be working together to determine, what's an acceptable landing, what's a legal landing. Captains don't always know, what those are, so you need to actually inform and educate your boat captain. You've got the rules with you. Sometimes you don't remember all the details. You have to go back. It's okay to go back and read the rules to make sure what's okay and what's not okay. You have to be able to see the finish, just like you saw the start. Again, don't forget when you see the finish line, make sure you write it down right away. After a finish, when the swim is over, it's over, right? So at this point, the swimmer doesn't have to swim unassisted. They can be towed by the kayak. You can send in. There are times when you may want to send in a dinghy or Zodiac or something to relieve the swimmer if that's a possibility. Find in the kayak, hang on the kayak, whatever they need to do. But just be aware that as soon as they're done, they may be in bad shape. So get them back safely to the boat as safely as possible. Sometimes swimmers will want to finish on land. We found out like Tahoe where they get received and taken away by a family member or somebody. If that's going to happen, you need to make sure that whoever's picking them up is prepared to care for someone that may be in bad shape, that may have medical conditions, and they need to go to the hospital. And you need to have a way to communicate with that person, whether it's a cell phone or you've given them a radio in advance, whatever it is. So you don't just say, "Okay, it looks like they're all right, bye," and then leave. So, and then make sure the captain knows before that's what just getting back to the boat.
So on that, boats offshore, you have a different lat and long, and if it's not a known, known landing spot, just put the best physical description of where they walk down the water.
Yeah, the captain can usually give you a description of where the boat stops. You can go back if you have to know where they landed. Kind of Google Earth it. Get the exact GPS.
So just put down
but just write in your log at that time, write down in descriptive detail as much as you can of where they landed. That's another good point. What I try to do before, if I'm not familiar with the swim, I actually will go on Google Earth and look at where they're headed. and I'll look at alternate landings and things like that, just so I have it in my mind. You know, what are some possibilities? If that happens. So